Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler V, Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I think this is going to be insanely delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, folks? Happens to be one of my, boom, my ginger shirts. Yay, it's a very cool shirt. What is ginger, though? If you're somehow unaware, which to be fair, maybe you are, Ginger is a metal band out of the Ukraine. Sort of progressive aspects, folk aspects. They have a lot of interesting stuff going on in their music. I became aware of them over a decade ago. I was in, I think, my early 20s at the time. Yeah, definitely. Just kind of perusing around on, the old school internet and stuff, looking around to see what was there. I always loved looking for music. And I happened upon their stuff. I instantly fell in love, thought they were fantastic. I actually went over there, I got a copy of their first album, which at the time was a little bit of a pain in the ass because they really hadn't become a global entity yet. So I think I had to get it imported. But I really like them a lot. I've seen them perform live a number of times. I actually have videos of said performance on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I think they're a really phenomenal band, and I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes. But anyway, folks, what are we doing here today? What's going on? So, I just got out of a movie about an hour ago. Specifically, I went out to see Howl's Moving Castle, which is not a new film, but if you're familiar with Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli, of course, it's one of their more famous films, and one that sadly I just hadn't seen yet. And really, in the last 2 years, I've been trying to kind of make my way through their library of films, and yeah, that was the one that was playing at the theater this month. So I was like, boom, let's get in, let's do it. Loved it, by the way. But when I got out, everything was said and done. I needed some food, so I went over there and I decided to hit up a local spot, and I think I still have their card. Yes, I do. It happens to be, boom, El Burrito Tapatio. Ooh, I just got through reviewing their steak suizo burrito. Go look up that. But I knew I was like, okay, I had to get a burrito, right? Burritos in their name. But I was looking at their house specialties, and I saw something. I'm like, I gotta get that. So, what is it, folks? Well, it happens to be, boom, it's in a thing. And more specifically, it's boom! What is this, though? This is their Pechuga and Mole. That's how I'm pronouncing it, and I apologize. I'm sure I'm wrong. But it is Pechuga and Mole. Now, the thing that really made me really, really want this is the mole. Because I love mole sauce. A friend of mine's mom, she used to go over there and occasionally make stuff for us, and that was the first time I ever had it. So when I saw it, I was like, yes. So, mole! Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. And it comes with, obviously, a bunch of stuff, so, and we'll do this. Ha 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 ha! And, yeah, let's try out some. Oh, and Pechuga, apparently, I looked it up, I guess it just means chicken breast. So they could have just called it polo and mole, I guess. But, whatever. And let's get a fork. Forkity fork. Tortilla. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. It's a problem with doing these in the truck sometimes. We're just going to kind of get it on there. Oh my. I'm gonna do just a piece just by itself before we do the full thing. Yes. If you're unfamiliar with mole, It's like a chocolate chili sauce, but when I say chocolate, I don't mean sweet like that. It has like a very deep and like just, it has like so much depth of flavor. It's kind of hard to describe, but when it works with the chili sauce, it doesn't really taste like chocolate, but it gives it like the darkness of a dark chocolate. So almost like a slight bitterness, but then just so rich and savory, and then just, you know, the chili to kind of go over there and give it a little kick. That ain't bad. Plus, kudos on the grilled chicken. Nice and tasty. Even with the mole sauce, you could still taste the chicken properly. Now, I will say this. Not as good as my friend's mom's mole sauce. She went over there like, you know, I mean, it's homemade, you know, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, friend's mom's sauce, definitely at a slightly higher level, but still very tasty mole sauce. So, let's get ourselves effectively a mole taco of sorts. And there's like only the slightest hint of a sweetness. Again, think like a really dark chocolate. So you just get, again, so much depth, and then just the spices. It's so amazing how well that works. And it makes me sad that I haven't had it in such a long time. I can't even remember the last time I had mole sauce. I know I went out to a place like a couple years ago. I don't want to say I got something, but that's super tasty. Also, tortillas are good. I got the corn tortillas because you get the corn tortillas. That's what you do, folks. It's just so much flavor. So much flavor. I mean, I'm just gonna eat the whole damn thing. That is delicious. That is... When I talked about the burrito, I mentioned the fact that that was a hit-the-spot burrito. This is a hit-the-soul mole. Because, man, oh man, I didn't realize how much I missed having this in my life until I saw it on the menu, and until I bit into it. That's a good mole. Again, not the best mole I've ever had, but that's a good mole. Combined with some good chicken. Like I said, it's cooked nicely, and, you know, nice and flavorful. I mean, and the star is definitely the mole, for sure. But you don't want it to completely override whatever you're going over there and putting it on. And I think that works well here. It's good. It's just tasty. I mean, seriously, you know, 4 marks to El Burrito Tapatio. Like, I've been there once before, years ago. But it had been a very long time since I'd been there. And, you know, so coming into this, you know, doing these reviews, I was like, you know, am I going to like them? Am I not going to? I don't even remember what I ordered last time. I just remember that I went there once. And I think in both instances, both of these things really just fucking hit the spot, man. Like, just, oh. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Absolutely, and kinda. Here's the thing. For me personally, I love mole. It hits on the fact I love deep flavors, I love very dark flavors, and I love flavors that have a lot of complexity and have certain certain elements that sort of, you know, play with and almost against one another. And mole sauce does that for me. It's rich, it's a very flavorful sauce, it's heavy. I fucking love it. And yeah, again, this is a good mole sauce. You know, it's, again, not the best mole sauce ever, but it's a perfectly good mole sauce. I'm very happy with it. It hit the notes that I needed it to hit. So I definitely think that I would, because not every Mexican place, you know, offers mole. That's a little bit of a kind of here or there type of thing, at least in my area. So I would definitely come back here if I needed some mole, especially, you know, get some late night fix mole. Come on now. That's just a good time. If I'm recommending it, here's the thing. Mole isn't for everybody. Flat out. In fact, when the first time I had it, when I was at my friend's house, and his mom prepared it, you know, I'd been friends with them for a little while, you know, at that point, so she knew I was pretty open to eating, just kind of whatever. But she did warn me in advance. She's like, this is a little bit of a thing, it might not be your deal. And, it turned out it was. But that's the thing. It is not going to be for everybody. I will say this. If you like mole, absolutely, go ahead and get you some from El Burrito Tapatio. Again, you could probably get, a little bit better here or there, but it does the job. There's nothing to dislike about it. If you're somebody who you've never had mole, I would say give it a shot. In fact, in some regards, this might work a little bit better than, the stuff that, my friend's mom used to make, because that had more of a kick to it. It was a little bit extra oomph to it, which isn't going to be for everybody. This is fairly entry-level mole in terms of, the flavors are still really good. They're representative of what the dish is. But, again, they're not too far in one direction or another. But anyway, and by the way, because this is a review for a local establishment, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local spots. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly mole-tastic rest of your life. Because again, mole is just fucking amazing. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, like I said, you know what? Hit me up. Let me know. Have you ever tried mole? Is it something you love? Do you hate it? Is it something you wanted to try but maybe hadn't had the opportunity? It's one of those things I fully understand why it isn't, but I wish it was more widespread. I really do, because man, is it good. But I also get that it's kind of a niche thing. It's something you're either going to love or going to hate. And I love it, but not everybody's going to. But yeah, feel free to hit me up in the comments about it. I'd love to hear your experiences. Anyway,